Good afternoon. Today we're going to look at the causes of adolescent obesity in America. With each passing day, the statistical number of American children who are affected by adolescent obesity increases at an alarming rate. This has become an epidemic that all of our children, including yours, may face at some varying degree in their lifetime. According to Costi, in 2006, a scientist at the National Center for Biotechnology Information, the prevalence of obesity in children in the United States has dramatically risen in boys from 5 to 13%, and in girls from 5 to 9% from 1966 to 1970 and 1988 to 1991. But how exactly and why does this happen, and how can it be deterred? Obesity has risen in our children at such an alarming rate due primarily to the decay of three different factors. One is the decay of an adequate diet coupled with the increased serving sizes and accessibility to unhealthy foods. And two, it has decayed because of technology advancements, particularly in the area of electronic entertainment gaming systems, more thoroughly as the personal gaming systems, such as your DS's and your PSPs. Today we're going to concentrate on just these two areas, just the games and the serving sizes. By far the most important factor in battling adolescent obesity is the healthy diet as well as eating habits. Healthy diet habits of our youth have severely eroded over the past few decades due primarily to the ease of access to junk foods, like pizzas and hamburgers and things. Also worthy mentioning is that the standard serving sizes, as you can see from here, have increased. Research by Schwartz and Peterson in 2010 showed from the National Center for Childhood Poverty has found that when people eat outside the home, they consume more total calories per eating occasion than they do at home, and a higher proportion of those calories come from saturated fat, such as hamburgers, French fries, and bagels and donuts. Like I said, as you can see from the picture here, this common 3-inch diameter bagel 20 years ago was only 140 calories, where now it's a 6-inch diameter at 350 calories. Just a bowl of spaghetti, 1 cup, 1 sauce, 3 meatballs was 500 calories 20 years ago. Now it's gone to 2 cups of spaghetti, 1 cup of sauce, 3 large meatballs, and it's over 1,000 calories. With everything today being in demand as soon as we want it, we just want it right now, fast foods have become the norm as compared to household meals. The second picture right here, you can see from the sodas, this is one that you can get every day at high school for your common vending machines in the cafeteria. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5 blocks of sugar in a 12-ounce can of soda. Over a decade ago, during my childhood, if you wanted to play video games as well, you had to go down to the arcade. You couldn't just play them right there. This leads me to my second point. Video games. You no longer have to have a TV console and a video game system to play. You can play video games going down the road, which leads to less exercise. Games like this allow our children to play 24/7 if we're not monitoring what they're doing. They can play from sun up to sundown and never go outside and get the proper exercise that they want. So that these 1,250, almost 1,000 calories right here, they never burn it off. It just collects right there in their body. This leads to big offset to your healthy eating. 3 out of 5, every 5 American children have either a cell phone, personal computer, or these gaming systems. So what do we do as parents to combat this? We will discuss this now. As parents, we must train our children not only to eat a proper diet by showing them this, by leading by example, but also by regulating their hours and their times on video games to 1 hour or 2 hours per day so that they do not spend all the time on these gaming systems. It is time for us as parents to demand better quality foods from academic foundations, like their schools, so we no longer have sodas like this just commonplace where that's all they have to drink. Let's demand fruit juices or water or things of that nature, more of that being implemented into their diet instead of having fat foods and stuff like this. Instead of bagels and burgers and spaghetti and French fries, we could demand soups, we could demand salads, we could demand these different things to implement and replace the things such as this so they can get a healthy diet without feeling like they've been taken away from them. instead of cakes and cookies and pizzas, we can do these things. We as parents are in charge, and we set the rules. We can implement this already. Implementing these changes in our children's lives is not easy, but it is worth the alternative, which is high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heart disease, cardiovascular problems, poor bones and joints and things such as that because they cannot get up and move because they're overweight. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention in 2014, children who suffer from adolescent obesity are also extremely more susceptible to these cardiovascular diseases such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and are more susceptible to bone and joint problems. The time to act and save our children from adolescent obesity is now. Only we can change our children's future by asking for these changes at our schools and implementing these changes by example. Thank you.